Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we have to discuss about self-referential structure in C programming. It is one of the important topic in C programming. It is used for implementing dynamic data structures like linked list and trees. Okay, what is self-referential structure? A self-referential structure is a structure that can have members which points to the structure variable of the same type. So that means this is the syntax of the self-referential structure. It is generally a structure definition. It contains at least one member is a pointer variable pointing to the same type of structure. Okay, so here struct, structure name. Struct is a keyword. It is used for creating a structure. Structure name is nothing but name of the structure. Okay, in that body of the structure, within the opening brace and closing brace, members are there. So each and every member have data type and its name. Sometimes in that members, at least one member is a pointer variable. So its type is same type of structure. Okay, so this is a pointer variable. Its type is same type of structure. Struct, structure name. Okay, in the same way, now consider this example. Okay, so this struct node. Node is nothing but name of the structure. So these are the two members of the structure. The first member is data. Its type is int. The second member is a pointer variable. So it is its name is link. Its type is struct node, where struct node is nothing but name of the structure. So at least one member is a pointer variable which points to the same kind of structure, which points to the same type of structure. That is called as self-referential structure. Okay, a structure can refer the same type of structure by containing at least one member is a pointer variable pointing to the same type of structure. That is called as self-referential structure. Compulsory. Suppose we are taking five members. So each member has data type and member one name. But at least one member is a pointer variable pointing to the same type of structure. At that time, that type of structure is called as self-referential structure. Suppose this line is not there, that can be called as simply a structure. Okay, so this line is not available, only struct node, brace begin, int node, comma, brace close, semicolon. So without this line, this is called as simply a structure definition. But once we are entering this line into the structure as a member, then this structure becomes self-referential structure. Okay, at least one member is a pointer variable pointing to the same type of structure. Then that type of structure is called as self-referential structure. Okay. Now, how to create the self-referential structure? To create the self-referential structure, first we have to create a node. Okay. This is called as node. This node contains two parts. First part is called as data part and the second part is called as link part. So link part pointing to the next node, always pointing to the next node. Data part contains the data value. Link part contains the address of the next node. Address of the next node. That means it always points to the next node. Okay. So this is the structure, self-referential structure. I am creating 3 nodes. I am creating 3 nodes. Okay. So each and every node has data part and link part. Each and every node has data part and link part. Link part always contains the address of the next node. Okay. So now this is called as the first node, and this is called as the second node, and this is called as the third node. Okay. In the first node, data part contains the value 10. Data part contains the value 10. That means in the second node, data part contains 20. In the third node, data part contains 30. Next one. First node address is, for example, 1000. Second node address is 2000. Third node address is 3000. Okay. In the first node, data part contains 10. The first node link part, this is the link part, always points to the next node. Always points to the next node. It contains the address of the next node. What is the address of the next node? 2000. So 2000. First node link part contains the address of the second node. What is the address of the second node? 2000 is the address of the second node. So that can be available in the first node link part. First node data part is 10. First node link part always points to the second node. The second node address is 2000. 2000 is available in the first node link part. Next. The second node data part contains 20. The second node data part contains 20. The second node, this is the link part of the second node. It points to the next node. Next node is third node. Okay. So the second node link part contains the address of the third node. What is the address of the third node? 3000. 3000 is the address of the third node, so that this value can be put in the link part of the second node. Okay. Next, go for the third node. Third node contains the data part value is 30. Okay. The third node always points to the next node, but next node is not available, so that the third node link part contains null value. The third node link part contains null value. That means, so the linked list is end. So this type of structure is called as single linked list. Okay. To create the single linked list, we have to use the self-referential structure. A self-referential structure. Okay. So we are creating 3 nodes. Each node has 2 parts. One is the data part and another one is link part. Data part contains only data value in terms of integers. Okay. Or in terms of characters are also we are using. But here I am writing data part data type is int. We are always storing integers in the data part of each and every node. So we are creating 3 nodes. First node, second node, third node. Each and every node has 2 parts as discussed here. Okay. The data part contains the data value. First node data value is 10. The first node link part always points to the next node. Okay. What is the second node address? That is 2000. 2000 is the second node address. 1000 is the first node address. 3000 is the third node address. So, first node link part always points to the second node. Okay, that means the first node link part contains the address of the second node. Address of the second node is 2000. 2000 is available in the first node link part. Next, the second node address is 2000. Its data part contains 20 and its link part contains address of the third node. Address of the third node is 3000. 3000 is available in the second node link part. Next, this is the third node. Third node contains data part value is 30 and third node link part always points to the next node. But next node is not available. At that time, the third node link part contains null. The third node address is 3000. This is the single linked list. Okay. Now, how we are printing these data part values only? How we are printing the data parts of the this structure? Okay. So here the first node can be taken as PTR value. Okay, PTR. The first node can be taken as PTR. The first node can be taken as PTR. Okay. Here while PTR not equal to null. While PTR not equal to null. Okay. So then printf percentage %d arrow mark PTR dense data. PTR arrow mark data. Next one, PTR is equal to PTR arrow mark link. So these 4 lines are used for printing the data value of the this linked list. Okay, first node can be taken as PTR. First node can be taken as PTR. While PTR not equal to null. Okay, PTR not equal to null. PTR contains the first node. So this condition is true. PTR not equal to null means PTR contains the first node. It is not the null. Okay, condition true. If the condition is true, the control goes to the body of the while loop. In that body of the while loop, printf %d arrow mark double quotes and comma PTR arrow mark data. Okay. Now PTR contains the first node. Okay. So PTR arrow mark data means first node data value is printed. First node data value is 10. 10 after printing arrow mark is there. Arrow mark is printed. After that PTR arrow mark link. So this is a PTR. PTR link part means this one. PTR link always points to the second node. That becomes PTR. Now the second node becomes PTR. Okay. PTR link part means this one. PTR link means it always points to the second node. Now the second node becomes the PTR. Now the second node becomes the PTR. Okay. Now PTR not equal to null. Okay. Yes. PTR is not equal to null because PTR contains the second node. So condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the body of the while loop. So printf PTR arrow mark data is printed. So what is the data value of second node, PTR node? That is 20. So 20 is printed. After that arrow mark is printed. Next one. PTR arrow mark link. This is PTR. PTR link means this one. It always points to the next node. That is the third node. The third node becomes the PTR. Now PTR becomes third node. So PTR not equal to null. Yes, PTR not equal to null because PTR contains the entire third node. Entire third node. Okay. So condition true. If the condition is true, then control goes to the body of the for loop, body of the while loop. Printf percentage the arrow mark PTR arrow mark data. PTR data value is 30. 30 is printed. Then arrow mark is printed. Then PTR link. This is PTR link. PTR link becomes PTR. So the next node is not there. It becomes the PTR. Again control goes to the while loop. PTR not equal to null, but PTR contains the null. PTR link points to the null value. So that PTR not equal to null means, so the condition false. If the condition is false, control goes to the next statement after the while loop. There are no statements are there. So 10, 20, 30 is printed. Okay. Now we have to see the implementation of self-referential structure. The logic is already explained in the previous. First, we have to include three header files. First one is standard input output header file. Second one is console input output header file and stdlib.h standard library header file. First, we have to create a node. So, for that one, we have to use a structure called node. Struct, name of the structure is node. It contains two members. One is data member and second one is link. The data member contains the data type is integer and the second member link is a pointer variable pointing to the same type of structure, struct node. Hence, the name implies it is a self-referential structure. A self-referential structure is a structure that can have members which points to the structure variable of the same type. Which points to the pointer variable of structure variable of the same type. Next one, void main. So every C program execution starts with the main function. Main function does not return anything, so that we have to write void before the main function. Void is an empty data type. Now we have to create four variables for the structure called node. First one is first and second one is second, the third one is third and fourth one is PTR. These are the four pointer variables that we are creating for the structure called node. Next one, CLR SCR, it is a clear screen function. It clears the output screen. This function is available in the hash include conio.h, so that we have to include this header file to our program. After that, for each and every pointer variable that we are created for the structure node, first, second, third and PTR, we have to allocate the memory. For that one, we have to use the malloc function. So, first is equal to struct node star malloc size of struct node. So, by using this statement, we are allocating the memory for the first node to store the data part and link part. In the same way, we are allocating the memory for the second node. We are allocating the memory for the third node. Okay. Once we are allocating the memory for first, second, third pointer variables that we are already created for the structure called node. Now entering the data of first node. So printf enter the data value of the first node. Okay, the data value is read from the keyboard by using scanf function, and also we are using arrow operator. So arrow operator is used for accessing the data member from the structure called node. Okay, when the structure variable is a pointer variable. If the structure variable is a pointer variable, by using that pointer variable, we are accessing the data member of the structure called node. We are using the arrow operator. So that we have to write ampersand first arrow mark data. Next one, enter the data value of the second node. So by using the scanf function and arrow operator, we are accessing the data of the second node. Next, after that, enter the data value of the third node. Okay, by using scanf function and arrow operator, we are accessing the data value of the third node. So now we are accessing the data part of the first node, data part of the second node, data part of the third node by using scanf and arrow operator. Next one, first node link always contains the second node. So first arrow mark link is equal to second. Second node link always contains the third node. So second arrow mark link is equal to third. Next, third node link always contains null. That means the linked list is empty. The linked list is ended, so that the last node link part contains the null value. Okay, so with the third node we are ending the linked list, so that third node link part, that means third arrow mark link is equal to null. Okay, now we are printing the value data part of the self-referential structure. First node can be taken as PTR, while PTR not equal to null. So brace begin, we are printing the data value of the each and every node. So printf %d arrow mark double quotes and PTR arrow mark data. To incrementing the PTR, we are using this link PTR is equal to PTR arrow mark link. After that, this loop continues until PTR equal to null. Whenever PTR equal to null, then the while loop is terminated and the program is also terminated. So this is the simple logic of the self-referential structure. Okay. Here for the pointer for the structure variables first, second, third, if we are not allocating the memory, we are getting the errors. Errors are warnings. So first, second, third and PTR are the pointer variables and also structure variables created for the structure called node. Once we are creating, we are allocating the memory for first, second, third nodes. Okay, once we are allocating the memory for the first, second and third nodes, we are storing the data part and link part of each and every node. Okay, suppose the linked list is ended with the third node. The third node link part always contains the null value. So here null is stored in the header file called #include stdlib.h, so that we are including this header file to our program. So without this header file, we are getting the error. So null is available in the standard library header file. Now we are save the program. Now we are compiling the program. For compiling the program, we are using the command called Alt plus F9. Next, we are run the program. For running the program, we are using the command called Control plus F9. So enter the data value of the first node. I am entering 10 from the keyboard. So first node data part contains 10 value. Next, enter the data value of the second node. I am entering 20 from the keyboard. The 20 is stored in the second node data part. Next, enter the data value of the third node. 30 I am entering from the keyboard. So the third node data part contains 30. Now, so this is the linked list we are created. So 10 arrow mark 20, 20 arrow mark 30, 30 arrow mark. Okay, so 10 is the first node data part and first node link part contains address of the second node. Next, second node data part contains 20, second node link part contains the third node address. Next, third node data part contains 30 and third node link part is null. Okay, so this is the simple logic and implementation of self-referential structure. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button and share this video to your friends and classmates. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel name Divvela Srinivas Rao. Thank you one and all. Thank you for watching this video.